Hey there, this is Jay here on a quick tutorial on how to use the new website for all the new functions that we have built in. Um, so a couple of points here. The first one of the first thing you need to do is to consider checking in on the dashboard. So the way to actually do this is to come to your dashboard, and what your dashboard would show is a lot about your profiles, and I've completed mine over here. So these are some of the details that you might want to put in. Details include coins like that you may be interested. If you're an analyst, what are the tools that you may be using, or if there are other markets that you may be trading or investing in currently. The reason you are putting in this information is so that people with similar interests may be able to find you, because there is a nice search function that people are able to locate either people who are interested in the same coins, or people who want to learn more about certain tools, or with a similar interest in the market. So if you are interested in hooking up with people with similar interests, you would put in this information. But if you want to remain anonymous as an investor, then you might skip putting in all this information. Okay. So once you have put it in, you can just save changes, the changes, yes, and you can make it to public, to only people who are members or your connections. So it's entirely up to you on how you can manage your privacy here. Okay, so that's one which is on profile, so that you can enable people to connect, and I'll show you how people would find other members here. So to do that, you go to members, and over here you can see a couple of members here that have signed in. And if I'm to do a search here, for example, if there are people who are interested in XRP, I'll just put here and type it in, and you can see these are people who may be interested in XRP, um, or people who may be interested in the gold markets, for example. Can do a search there. There's a couple of people here, and tools. Let's just say Fib. See if there's anyone here that's using Fib. Yeah, that's probably me, who's using Fib. So you can do a search here on members that may have similar interests. So that's how we can use those information. Okay, so that's one. Point number two is you can now manage your account on your own. So this would be really useful. It used to be that I have to do it for all the members, but right now you can go into your subscription and see what subscription you have, and you can cancel it if you want. Right, you click on that and click yes, and then you should be able to cancel it. Or if you want to update your card number, right? So this would be now having the capability to update your new card number if you want to do that. Or if you are just interested to look at other memberships that you may want to also purchase, but right now there isn't a lot of other memberships. So those will be in the futures. You can look at payments, how many payments have you done, um, and those will be within your control now. Okay. All right, so that's on managing account. So other things that you may be interested, high priority, would be the feed, right? So feed is basically some of the latest updates that we see across the website. You can see some of the latest posts I have on the market updates, which we did a few days ago. Who is it that I'm following? What are some of the latest updates on the right? And there's more, who posted something here. So it's a little bit like Facebook over here, and this will give us an overview around who has posted something, and that would be a good thing to check in first. Other higher priority pages to look at would be the group feed. So the group would be on this one. So that's the groups. Currently, there's one main group here, which is the 100x. and the group would house all the members to be in here. The admin, by the way, is the admin person. Um, and if there's anything, you can just check in, ask the admin app. So obviously, this is my other profile here as a member. Okay, now within the group here, you can have discussions, which are feeds that you want to put in. So I'll explain more about the difference between groups and forums. Within the groups, we can have our own photos, videos, albums, documents, and we can send messages as well. So this is where you can send to all the group members here. So a lot of nice functions here on for the groups here. So the groups here, basically the groups are meant for the community. So if there are things that you like to ask the community, this is where you go in and ask the group. Now, the difference between a group and a forum is the group is pretty much driven by the community, whereas the forum is driven by topics, right? So topics on specific coins, for example, that you may want to ask in regards to the analysts here. Okay, so just think about the groups as something that you might ask the community, whereas forums would be asking the analysts in regards to the specifics on coins or in regards to the crypto market. So let's go into the 100x investment forum here. So for example, I've posted a few topics here, and you can go in and check it in and see if you want to reply, right? So I'll subscribe to these specific forums here. And there are other sub forums as well. So for example, the XRP forum, right? So the XRP forum is a sub forum of the 100x forum here. So the 100x forum is the main one, and then there will be many more specific forums in regards to specific coins. So that's how I'm thinking of structuring the website. So that's on the forum. So you might want to join the 100x and also go into some of the specific coin forecasts. Okay, the next one would be on the market updates. Okay, so the market updates, it's over here. So this would be on in general in regards to the videos that we have done. You can see the categories on the right side. So for example, if in the 18th July there was an update, so it will put in over here. If there are other specific updates on the coins, we'll put it here as well. The difference between this one and the forum would be the forum are meant more for discussions, and the updates are meant for accessing some of the updates videos. So lesser in terms of the discussion over there. Okay, so that would be on the market updates. So it will be timestamp now, the videos and the market updates. So you should be able to see in sequence in the future. I'm sure there will be a lot of updates coming up, and so it's nice that we can now timestamp and check on the history. Events will be big, so if there's any events coming up, so you can go over here on the events calendar to check in. Now, obviously, I have not put in anything here. Just put in the first wave migration. There will be a couple of Zoom meetings coming up, and you should be able to see it here and save the, for example, the calendar into, say, your Google Calendar. Through either Google Calendar, or you can do an iCal export. If I click in here, it would be able to add into my Google Calendar. So that would be more convenient, so that it's able to translate into your time. So this would be quite useful. Another one on events would be you should be able to add events that you think the community may be interested. Either you may be considering running an event, or say there may be is that an ADA upgrade coming up, for example. So you might want to put into community case you think that it may be beneficial. So for example, let's just say on the 4th of August, um, that this ADA upgrade is happening. So you might want to be submit. All right, so you can go down there and click and submit. And once you submit, let's just try this and see. So if you submit an event, description is required. Let's say ADA upgrade. Right. Okay, let's submit an event. So you go in and it needs to be, I think, reviewed. So let me just check if it goes up over here. Okay, this will be on July, right? So we need to look at August. Right. So you can see it's not here because it needs to be submitted for review and approval, which the admin app will actually do it. And now, if you need to make changes, I think you can actually go into this and view your submitted events. This is the one that I've submitted. If I want to edit, I can go back and edit here. Or if I just want to delete, I'll just click delete here and it'll be deleted. Okay, so there you go. So that's on events. You can now add in events that you can share with the community. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, so other videos that are broken up into learning. Now, if you notice in the past, we had, videos on updates, and then we got videos on specific calls, and then we got a lot of videos on learning. So all the learning videos are now broken up into into courses, right? So and as well as quizzes, right? So so you can find courses here on the top here. For example, I'm working on the course on the mirror method here, uh, and you can see there are 3 major topics here, and the last one is a quiz. So it's pretty cool that you can actually quiz yourself now, so just in case you want to know whether you actually understood some of the material. So I'm still building more questions in there, but you can go into any of these course content and you can click and watch. Now this is pretty cool in case if you are in the future, if there are a lot of this learning material, you want to know whether you have completed one or if you have not, this is how you can track your progress. Other cool things is you can switch this into a dark mode, just to make the learning easier. So there we will start building more courses to help us to learn more. Okay, so that is on courses, helps you track your progress, your learning, and let's continue on. Okay, other quick access to your personals, which is on the left side here. So these are all the quick access in regards to your notification, to your timeline, your message inbox, your connections, and then your groups. Okay, and down there would be just a logout. Okay, so those are quick access. Give it a try. And finally is the document repository. So you have the document repository over here where you can upload your documents, or if you want to share with certain groups, or if you just want to keep it personal, you can also do that. So you can upload files here, and when you're uploading files, just make sure that do you want to share with public, or is it only me, or is it with my connections, or with certain members? So you can put all your repository here so that you don't lose it, right? You can also create folder. You can search for it. Yeah. So talking about search function, there's a major search function right there. So let's take, for example, if I'm interested in, let's pick one, right? Again, XRP. If you do a search on XRP, you can do the comprehensive site-wide search. I can see the blog post here. Now this would be on the market updates and who are the members who are interested in XRP, for example, which are the forums that involves XRP, right? So those are this way. Let's try something else, right? Okay, is there anything on dot? I think we have written something on dot recently. So for example, we've got one member who are interested in dot, and this specific post also mentioned dot over here. Yes, so you can actually see that. Okay, so those are the things that you might want to give it a try here. So a lot of functions we have built, and at this point we'll probably still be migrating, and so there'll still be the Telegram for those of you who are still there. It'll still be there until we'll move over, and we'll still see whether we need the Telegram communication channel. Okay, hopefully this helps out on onboarding into this new website. Thank you.